Hello, YouTube. It's been a while. It actually has been a while, a couple months, but it's good to be back. If anyone's watching this, I hope you enjoy this little theory. This is going to be a little different than my usual videos. It's going to be a theory about the recent episode trailer of The Amazing Digital Circus. So, please relax, enjoy this theory. So, when I watched the trailer for episode 8, everything I had to go back and watch. Personally to me. But there was two things, of two scenes that kind of caught my attention. Sorry. That caught my attention. And that was Bubble and Kane. The two scenes of Bubble and Kane. And well, if you watch the trailer and look for those scenes, the first scene we see Kane look from up to him to Bubble that's like right there, like smiling to him. And that kind of I went, why is Bubble staring? So I continued watching the trailer, thought nothing of it, until the one scene, the second scene I'm talking about, where Kane is flying and he's popping Bubble. Not just one, multiple. So, and that's when I'm starting to connect the dots. So here's my theory. On TikTok, there's a theory, the bubble theory, where Bubble is a virus and he's trying to take over the circus. So maybe in this scene, like with Bubble and Kane, Bubble says something to Kane which causes Kane to be weirded out. Like, hey, Bubble, this isn't what you usually act like. And if you look at that scene, you can see Bubble is grinning ear to ear, smiling. We usually see him as like this, like a default, like with the chain chomp mouth. But this time he's actually grinning a little bit. It's weird. For me at least. I'm like, hold on. Because in my personal opinion, Bubble has always been a mysterious character. In ever since episode 5 is where I started to suspect him of something. Because in episode 5, it said that during the stargazing scene, we see Kane and he is freaking out about, oh, I can't let, th- them enjoy their own adventures and something like that. So, and then Bubble comes up and he says, tell Daddy Bubby about the bad thing or something. And Kane tells him, and he says, you should die, and then glitches and said, you should throw a fucking beach party. That scene has always given me a ponder moment. But now, with a lot, since 2 episodes came out, we didn't really get that much of Bubble in episode 6, except for, his recording. And then in episode 7, where at the end of the story, when Jackson's like, you can mess with our minds too, if you look to the side behind Kane, you see Bubble just staring at you, just staring at the camera, deadpan, nothing. And when I realized that, I'm like, what is he staring at? Is he staring at us? Does he know that we're watching him? And now, since the trailer for episode 8 is out, it got me wondering. Here's the actual part of the theory. What if Bubble hates Kane and is trying to make Cain delete himself, like the bubble theory or the bubble virus. I don't know what the bubble virus is particularly, but I think if someone knows and you are happy to watch this, um, comment down below because I might be wrong, but the bubble virus is about spreading, right? Because if it is, it makes a lot more sense in that second scene where we see Cain like popping Bubble. Cain realizes that Bubble's a threat and he's like trying to lead him. And Cain is freaking out because a virus got into the circus and it's his sidekick. And the story as old as time, like where, the sidekick wants to be the main hero and he'll go into any lengths to do it, even killing his like friend. So what if Bubble is manipulating Cain into, deleting himself so Bubble can take control and, he can take the lead of the ringmaster? Because what do we know about Bubble? Nothing. He's just a sidekick. But he's not. If I'm right about this, Bubble is a threat. Bubble is a threat to the circus. Period. And it's like, geez, Bubble might be the villain. If he turns out to be the final villain of the story, it makes, like, it's crazy because a character that we don't know much about. And that's perfect because we don't know much about Bubble. He's just there in the background. But if the bubble theory / the bubble virus theory turns out to be true, then it's amazing because, like, oh my god, people were right. So, yeah, I think that Bubble is going to be the main villain. If you go back and we'll watch the trailer or teaser, whatever, and look for those scenes with Bubble and Cain, and come down to the realization that, hey, this is wrong. Bubble is acting weird in these two scenes, and Bubble is spreading. I hope you come to the terms that the Bubble theory might be true. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this theory. So please, if you enjoy this theory, just like. I don't really care. Just, yeah. But that's going to be it. I'm going to be signing off. I'm about to head to bed. I don't need to tell you that. But, yeah. See ya.